San Antonio Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
Well, good morning. Nonstop news starts right now. We are the only station in town commercial free for the next 15 minutes.
And we love doing it. We have you covered this morning, including a look at traffic with Joy and, of course, a look at your weather with Jeannette. Good morning, Jeannette.
Good morning. My goodness, it's been quite a night, quite an early morning. I can say we're seeing at least the light at the end of the tunnel because the heaviest rainfall is moving away. However, you don't want to let your guard down. If you're watching us on the north side and you're opening up the door, you're probably like, what rain? But then you get in your car and you drive down the road and you're seeing the ponding, the high water, possibly even some downed trees or branches. We saw some gusty winds and very heavy rain early this morning and late last night. Over 5 inches of rain from northern Bexar County up into Comal County. We've been talking about the water rescues here, but New Braunfels, the city of New Braunfels, mentioning lots of water rescues there. Here's where the rain is falling. The thunderstorms from southeastern Medina County to far southern Bexar, northern Atascosa, and over towards the eastern zone. These thunderstorms were picking up speed earlier. It looks like they have slowed down, so the flooding threat continues, especially for those areas. Could see renewed flash flooding a little farther to the south. Here's a look at the flash flood warnings. Those are highlighted in red. There's one over northern Medina County. We have a couple here in Bexar County, the one in western Bexar County expiring at 8:30, the one over eastern Bexar County until 9 this morning. And there is a flash flood warning for DeWitt County and Lavaca County until 11 a.m. These areas have already picked up a few inches of rain. Could see at least another inch or two. This is radar estimated rainfall amounts indicating upwards of 7 inches to the south of Helotes over northwest Bexar County, over 5-6 inches over northeastern Bexar County, and upwards of 5+ inches closer to New Braunfels. Showed this earlier, just giving you an idea of how dangerous the flooding waters can be. A mere 6 inches of water can knock you off your feet. Just imagine being in a car. 12 inches of water can sweep your car away. So keep that in mind. Rain chances will decrease as we go through the day. It looks like the southern half of Bexar County still could see some showers and storms for the next hour. The rest of the area looking drier, but just be careful out there. Roads are still wet. We'll take a look at your full forecast coming up in under 10 minutes.
Well, now that the sun has come up a little bit and we're getting a break from the rain in some areas, they were really able to see how much water was left behind from these storms. So this is downtown. I-35 has been completely flooded. This is near San Pedro. Both directions of the lower level shut down right now. We also have another closure along I-10 just north of downtown. That's both directions between Culebra and Cincinnati. And then on the west side, Highway 90, the frontage road has been completely covered by floodwaters from Leon Creek. I love that graphic that Jeannette just showed to give you an idea of just how little water it takes to make a dangerous situation. Well, we have a lot of water. The National Weather Service showing that the Leon Creek has risen 13 feet because of these storms. So 13 feet, that's a lot higher than, the 6 inches or so it takes, as Jeannette was mentioning, to make things more dangerous for us. On the northeast side, a lot happening over here. We've got most of I-35 shut down from Loop 410 to Loop 1604 because of high water. We've had several rescues in this area as well. And we have our photojournalist David Mendoza in that area right now tracking a wreck that is pretty much shut down the frontage road of Loop 410. Let's check in with him now. He's gotten out of the car. He worked his way up to this issue to kind of give us an idea. Oh, wow, that is a lot of cars, David. So he just made it to the scene. This is what he was stuck behind for close to an hour, I would say, David. You weren't moving, and finally he was like, I got to get out and see what's going on. This is what's going on. David, give us an update.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, I've walked about a quarter mile up the road. I'm not exactly sure what I've just stumbled upon. It's kind of a jumbled mess of cars over here. Saying that, I don't think I've reached the actual severe accident that I've been walking towards. This is definitely a messy situation. You can still see ponds of water in the middle of the road. I'm not sure if this was a high water incident or not, but it goes to show the dangers of driving in these hazardous conditions where visibility is low and there's lots of water. It looks like maybe there was a collision of some sort, and cars made it into the ditch, but I'm going to continue walking. I'll keep you updated with what else I see. Again, this is the access road of 410 and Austin Highway. Back to you.
Okay, David, thank you. So a lot of people involved in that wreck, and David was mentioning there's actually more to this scene further up the road. So wow, that's going to be a lot of cleanup. Send your prayers to this area. This is the northeast side of San Antonio, Loop 410 near Austin Highway. We want everyone to make it out of this okay. In the meantime, that's why there's no traffic moving through this area whatsoever. That's the latest. We'll continue to bring you updates with your on-time traffic.
All right, guys, thank you. The CPS Energy map illustrates that power outages are also a real issue now. This number has dramatically jumped from the time that we went on the air a few hours ago. Unfortunately for folks, 412 reported outages right now, affecting almost 25,000 customers. And it is not exclusive to one area. It is all over Bexar County. So just know this, folks are out, CPS Energy crews are out working to restore power, and they have been. I ask that you be patient, obviously, that it's a difficult ask, but they will get to you when they can. So as the sun starts to come up, we're starting to see have a better idea of some of these pictures that are happening. Obviously, what's happening with David Mendoza there, 410 at Austin Highway is one. Highway 90 in Leon Creek, which you heard Joy say is up 13 feet. That is also, the sun is giving us a perspective. Wait until you see the picture there.
Yeah, that's where we find News 4 San Antonio's Tawny Davis. She's live. Tawny, what can you show us and tell us about the area?
Well, as you can see behind me, we have the barricades out here pretty far back from where the actual flooding is, because I'm pretty sure what TxDOT and the SAPD want to make sure is that no cars try to get in there. Like we saw 2 weeks ago, this is a problem area. We've had cars get stuck here. So, but on the TransGuide, as we've seen earlier, you can see just how much water exactly is being flooded in that area, as Joy said earlier, about 13 feet. So as the sun comes up, we're seeing that, yes, the rain is gone. We're still seeing a lot of lightning, it seems, and at least from where we're at, it's getting closer and closer, but no more rain, just lots of lightning. But as we're also seeing a lot of water along the road. So if you are having to make your way out here, know that this area is going to be blocked off until they're able to get that water out of that area. But make sure you find another route, because this is going to be completely blocked off until we're able to get them out of there. But for now, I'm going to send it right back to you all.
All right, Tawny Davis, I just want to say this as we get ready to go to Christina. Our crews are out and trying to get you the best pictures that they can. Safety is obviously first and foremost for our station and our crews. And you saw that flashing light. That's where Tawny and her photographer, yes, Fernando, were. They were on the other side of part of Leon Creek, and there on the access road. So safety first, obviously, but we are out trying to get you what you need to know so that you don't find yourself in that. Christina DeLeon is one of those crews that is out as well.
That's right. She's over at Perrin Bidal, an area that's experienced some flooding. Christina, what can you show us?
Yeah, well, we are just pulling into the scene right now. What we went through was a lot of power outages, flashing lights. I know CPS is doing their best to work and try to get all of this out. I want to show you the scene right now, actually. We've got fire crews. We got right here. Let me get this. Here we go. Let's here show you what it looks like here. Just arriving at the scene. You've got fire crews. You've got an ambulance here. You've got EMTs. This was the scene of a water rescue. Here we go. Yeah, just pull over there. Yeah. You've got fire crews here, and you've got a watercraft here. You can see it right here. So there were reports of a water rescue. We're going to get more information here and bring that to you. We've been looking for this all morning long, and this is off Perrin Bidal near Nacogdoches, and throughout the morning we've actually been seeing a lot of cars in the water because the water came down so quickly everywhere. So this is Perrin Bidal near Nacogdoches, and because the water came down so fast and so hard, we've been trying to just get to everyone with David Mendoza all morning long. So this is a live picture right now off of Perrin Bidal near Vicar. This is out near Loop 410 as well. Near Austin Highway. So this is your live picture. I'm going to get out and talk to the incident commander and see if I can get some more information out here. There were original reports that there was somebody that might have been stuck, and if we can get some more information, we will certainly bring it to you on air and online at news4sanantonio.com. But you can see a watercraft right there. You know what? Let's get out and let's try to get you some more information. I know we don't have much time here, but we can bring that to you, and I can get you those updates on our website at news4sanantonio.com. And as soon as we get that, we can try to live stream this for you as well. Hopefully, whoever needed to be rescued made it out safely, and we can get you those updates for you this morning. We will send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Christina, and just to give you perspective on where Christina was at, that is a water rescue where there was a man stuck in his car and he actually climbed up into a tree. So she'll bring us more information as it becomes available. A firefighter is recovering after trying to put out this fire west of downtown near South Texas Ford dealers Sky 4 over the fire off Cesar Chavez and South Colorado Street. Now, the firefighter had a minor leg injury after falling through a hole in the floor. The building was vacant. No word on what started it.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeannette.
Well, Jeanette's been tracking this all morning. We're going to get right to the radar, but just perspective of folks who are just waking up. You heard Christina say a lot of rain fell very quickly. How much rain?
So we're talking 3 to 5+ inches. Radar estimating upwards of 7 to 8 inches. Yes,
That's a lot of rain.
Most of that over northern Bexar County and up into Comal County. So let's take this back. Here's radar showing you when the storm started to move into the hill country and then into San Antonio and Bexar County. Did see some severe weather around northwest Bexar County near Helotes. Those circles, those are local storm reports, and as you can see, most of those were across northern Bexar County and up 35 into the New Braunfels area into Comal County. These thunderstorms did not move very fast, so that means that some of the same areas dealing with torrential rain for a couple of hours. There was also a hail report, nickel-sized hail near Helotes, and damaging wind gusts up over 50 miles an hour. The bulk of this has now shifted farther to the south, but the concern for high water and flooding is still there, folks, from downtown San Antonio to the north side of San Antonio and even up into New Braunfels. City of New Braunfels still dealing with quite a bit of water rescues. Here's a look at that band of slow-moving storms extending from southeastern Medina County, far southern Bexar County, along and outside of 1604, northern Atascosa, and stretching across the east into Wilson, Karnes, DeWitt, and Lavaca counties. The red is indicating where the heaviest rainfall is. Rainfall rates there over 2, almost 3 inches per hour. There's also tons of lightning, frequent cloud to ground lightning, especially there over Divine in southeastern Medina County and into far northwest Atascosa County. Flash flood warning continues until 8:30 for western Bexar, eastern Bexar, that flash flood warning until 9. Several inches of rain fell there. Flooding concern still continues. Minor flooding a little farther to the north into portions of Kendall, Comal, and Guadalupe counties. That flash flood warning from DeWitt County to Lavaca County runs until 11 a.m. They've picked up 2 to 4 inches of rain. Could see another 1 to 3 inches in that warned area. There's a flood watch for those counties in green until 7 o'clock this evening, because there is still a potential for maybe a couple of showers or a thunderstorm this afternoon into the early evening. Any additional rain could cause some more flooding, so we have that flood watch. Radar estimated rainfall amounts, again, 5-7 inches of rain from northeastern Medina, northern Bexar, upwards of 4-5+ inches closer to Comal County. In the heart of the city, anywhere between 3 to 4+ inches of rainfall. Here's the weather makers, that upper level disturbance that came closer to our area that provided the lift for those slow moving storms. It is going to be moving away later today into tomorrow. As a result, rain chances will decrease, but notice that on the back side of that, can't rule out a couple more showers or a thunderstorm today, later today, and then again tomorrow. This in-house computer model showing you those storms lining up still until about 8 o'clock this morning from far southern Bexar, northern Atascosa, and points farther east. Should see those moving away, clearing those counties by late morning. Again, just a pop-up shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. Otherwise, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. Here's your forecast as I take you through the rest of the day. I'm going to go ahead and keep a 50% rain chance during the 7 a.m. hour. That's specifically for southern Bexar County. 40% of the area may still see a couple showers or a thunderstorm at 8. And then it does look a lot drier as we go through the afternoon, with that rain chance dropping to 10%. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds as it dries out. Forecast high temperature 84 to as high as 86. Father's Day weekend into next week, I can say it does look a lot drier, and high temperatures by then warming up into the 90s. Joy's going to take a look at the roads, but keep in mind they're still wet, although most of the rain has ended here, and there's ongoing flooding, lots of flooding around Leon Creek.
Thanks, Jeannette. Yeah, we're definitely not out of the woods just yet. Photojournalist David Mendoza, if you were watching just a few minutes ago with us, was just checking out a scene on the northeast side, the frontage road of Loop 410 near Austin Highway, where we had a crash with several cars involved. And he was mentioning there seemed to be more to this further up the road. So he has now gone further up the frontage road here and found 2 more cars and a lot of water as well. So I want to get an update from him. David, good morning. What have you seen?
Hey, Joy, I just have extreme news right now. The accident that I'm actually pointing at right now, I've just spoken with an SAPD sergeant. This is actually a multi-fatality accident with bodies being washed away on the other side of the highway. There was one confirmed dead on scene, one confirmed at this accident. 2 bodies have already been recovered on the opposite side of 410 right now. So this is a huge, devastating situation that I will keep you updated with. I'm going to get some more information from the sergeant right now, but please follow us and I'll keep you updated. Again, multi-fatality accident. Back to you.
So David, just to clarify, you said 2 bodies recovered downstream, another body recovered closer to so 3 total, is that what you're saying?
3 total at the moment. They believe there are more. The sergeant who's right in front of me believes there are more fatalities.
Okay, so breaking news. David, thank you. Send your prayers to the northeast side. We now know that at least 3 people have been killed. 2 of those bodies were washed away by the floodwaters and were found further downstream of this. Some more bodies potentially missing or more people missing that they're still searching for. So yeah, that explains why we have had Loop 410 shut down. This is the frontage road near Austin Highway. We had at least minimum 6 cars that were wrecked in this area. This is also where we had a lot of high water closures along I-35 as well on the northeast side. Downtown closures, several along I-35, I-10 on the west side, Highway 90, the frontage road completely covered by flooding right now as well. That's the latest. We'll have more details on this throughout the day with your on-time traffic.
Yeah, a lot going on. So, of course, stay with us online and we'll give you more details on that accident on 410 in Paramaribo.